Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. Happy Tuesday, and I've had some more time to think about the what's that event called again? The Champion Proving Grounds. So I've done my day 2 of this. I've got some more rewards, and there's some parts of it that I like, and some parts of it that I really don't. We're going to talk about and break that down. I know that some people have already talked about their opinions of this, and this is something that's going to be around for a while, right? For at least 2 months, and I think that they're considering having it a more, at least a permanent stay during the longer event cycles, and something that hopefully that they might take certain parts back to the drawing board, but we'll see. I want to discuss those here today. Now, before we get started with the video, I do want to remind people that you can start a new account or an alt account. Use the QR code to get King Galkabar absolutely free, and then also Venomage, Tagore, and Farrakhan the Fat, level 10, 20, and 30. Don't forget about your pal, Pelops the Victor, legendary from the Anniversary Fusion event during the anniversary. Oh, I said that already. All you got to do is use the promo code SUPERVICTORY within the first 48 hours of a brand new account. Okay, let's talk about this. So this morning I did run my stage 4, 5, and 6. I did get myself a 3-star. What did I have to do for that? Well, like my other video, in this case I actually tried to use 3 characters. So I have Folin, I have Raya, and I have Talena. Now for Doom Scarab, I ran 2. I decided to bring in Michelangelo because I have a relic that, with my buffs, I can destroy on crits, I can destroy HP on Doom Scarab. I really hate Doom Scarab, so I just decided to do this way with 2 characters. Anyways, not really the point of the video. I did 3 characters. Usually, I try to do 3 characters. If I can, I run 2. And that gets me my 3-star. And that gets me some rewards. So I'm at 18 stars out of 27. Now, the whole premise, let's back up a touch. The whole premise is for you to use newer characters to clear these double bosses, to then get faction crypt-esque stars, to then get rewards, right? And so we can see here that there's going to be the next rotation pool, which we could assume at this point is going to be the Chaos of Oz event, which is, we've already known that this is coming. And I'll talk about that more in this later this week. But basically, they're going to move up to 9x, and these guys are going to move from Web of Corruption, are going to move down into the secondary pool. Okay? And then as far as I'm aware, the rewards get reset, and you get to grind it up again. The stars go away in about 3 weeks and 6 days. So there's only 27 stages. You get 3 per day. So if you did as much as you could, you would be able to clear this in 9 days. If you're able to clear it all. So it actually doesn't take, as long as the timer suggests. But that's not the point. What kind of rewards do you get? Well, there's really just 3 things. It's, stacking higher of these, the Floral Amber Stones, which are the currency that you need to make the new faction relics. And some of them are pretty decent. And then we get the accessory drops. I think 4 items. At least that's what I was getting. 4 from this one. And I got 4 from this one as well. At least the second chest had a chance of mythicals, and I don't believe that I got any of that. And a lot of my drops were 5-star. My problem with the accessories, and this is where I want to start with. I guess I misunderstood when I watched the podcast video. I thought that this was restricted to Stone Skin Protection, Supersonic, and Merciless, which is 4 sets, right? 4 of the 9-piece sets. But, this is a big one. That there's actually 9 sets in here. Blood Shield, Reaction, Revenge, Refresh, and Cleansing. With the exception of 1 item that I've received so far, they've all been of those other 5, which are not 9-piece accessories. And I just really don't think that people are going to be potentially breaking up the 9-piece accessory sets. Whether it's 9-piece or not doesn't matter. But even like 1, like 2 or 3 pieces, they give you like speed bonuses and other stuff that are pretty important, especially on like protection and the damage related buffs from Merciless. You're not gonna really, I don't think that you're going to use this in favor of the new ones of the non 9-piece sets. Now, I mean, I don't know if there's an easier way to really find these, but regardless, you can see here that I have like this. Now, this is interesting. right? Like, I'm going to remove myself just for a minute. Okay. So there you go. You can see the crit damage necklace with PvP damage. I got to roll it. PvP damage minus, PvP damage plus, PvE damage plus, and boss damage plus. Now the problem is you're mixing two different game mode accessories, and yeah, right. Like if I'm gonna use anything, I'm gonna like it's kind of interesting at the same time for certain pieces. Now, when it comes to rings and when it comes to banners, like, is it going to be worth taking up some of the stats? Like, for example, is it worth getting PvE damage plus 2.5%, let's just say for sake of argument, versus an attack of 25% or something like that that you might be missing otherwise? I don't know, right? And I guess PvE damage and boss damage should stack, I hope. But regardless, though, that's what I meant, the 2.5% there. Is that going to overcome the missing? Like, how impactful is it? Or is this not high enough? Maybe it should have been 2.5% base, and it rolls 2.5% per roll, right? And then that might have been more meaningful if it was upwards to 10% extra damage. But otherwise, you know, in breaking up your 9-piece sets with this reaction, with this cleansing, like who are using these refresh? Like, who are using these? 5% chance to prevent skill cooldown? That's like nothing now, right? I don't know. Is it just me? Like, I got the supersonic one, but the problem is this mixed PvE and PvP damage. What I do like though is that the base stat, so the like defense attack, it cannot roll flat, and that part is nice. But as far as the other stats go, how meaningful is it really? I guess that's what I'm trying to, wrap my head around. Also, filtering for these are a bit of a pain in the ass. I got this attack refresh ring. Okay, cool. 6-star purple. But again, why would I want to run this over potentially fucking up my my 9-piece set or whatever set for the other 4 main accessory sets that we're using the most? Attack, boss damage, HP. Okay, we could, like, just for sake of argument, I don't know, we can roll this up. Okay, when to HP. I mean, at the very least, it's not... Well, again, that's not really great when you're going for an attacker. You probably don't want HP. My point is that at least it's not flat stats. I guess that is a plus. But it's RNG on RNG that you hope to God that you get, like, something that's not like this or like that. Like, I have nothing of the new sets except for, like, One Piece. I have, like, that supersonic one that I showed you. So, yeah, I think it's a massive miss when it comes to those accessories. And it's RNG. I know that Raid Shadow Legends is essentially built on RNG when it comes to gear and all that stuff, but these accessories just feel a little bit underwhelming. That's just me. We'll see if I clear up to 27 stars tomorrow. Again, are there chests that kind of stop you from getting certain sets? Do they understand that the best sets are obviously Merciless, Supersonic Protection, and Stone Skin? Like, I guess that's what I was hoping, that it was only going to be that way. Secondly, the rewards. Now, this is where I have less of a problem with, is actually the relics. So there is a lot of relic materials in there. Actually, just to go back, I believe it goes up in the higher stars, but you can see here in the first 27 stars, there's a total of 100 blue and then 50 purple, and then it scales up from there. I don't remember how many crafts you can do over the full 81 stars. It's like, is it 4 or 5? I'm not sure. Is it more than that? The point is, however, is that they're okay, right? They're pretty decent. The good thing is that when you roll into these, it's a 50% chance, as always, when it comes to relics. But if you land that 50% chance, even with the blue relic materials, you are going to get one of these. So it's basically automatically jumping to a legendary relic. And I think these are on the right path. I think some of them are very interesting, right? And that you get basically one effect and then a second effect depending on your faction. And I kind of like that, right? This crit damage one, the Sibilant Gold, up to 40% crit damage, increases the wearer's ignore defense when using skills by 2% for each active buff on the wearer, up to 10%, which I guess that's what it is at max rank, I suppose. But it's still pretty nice anyways, right? Even if you get up to like rank 4, that's still 6% ignore defense on top of the crit damage, which is pretty neat. And then the bonus one, depending on who you are. Sacred Order, the wearer deals 5% more damage with skills for every 10% HP that the target is lost. So I could definitely see that being good on PvE, right? Undead Hordes, the wearer has a 25% chance to deal. I guess it's behind my head. My apologies. I should probably remove myself again. Need a faster button for that. The wearer has a 25% chance to deal additional single target damage equal to the initial damage multiplier from single target skills, always a normal hit, and deals pure damage. And then dwarves, the wearer has an extra 15% chance to inflict a critical hit when attacking. I mean, I guess the upside to this would be like you could build around this relic and then not have to go to 100% crit. You would only need to get like 85 or 85 with this relic is, I suppose, a thing. You would just have to build specifically around that character with this relic, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But there are some neat effects anyways. Like, I do like the ideas behind this. I didn't check every single bonus. I don't know if I'm going to actually get any of these, but I am not bothered by these rewards. Now, to bring myself back on the screen so we can talk about it a bit more, the question is it worth the effort? I wouldn't go out of your way to build these characters to clear this. This is aimed towards endgame players, obviously. But depending on who's in the pool, unless you're already using them in somewhere, which some people are probably at them, I would say more people are probably using Talena. I think a lot of people are using Talena to some degree. And she's probably the better character that you would have built up. I have Raya built up because she's a Void Legendary that slaps really hard. And she's done really well for me in here. I use her. And the others are niche, I think. In my opinion, they're niche. Barely anyone fused Hagaba except for me and some other people that are, I don't know why. Maybe when it comes to Bommel on tomorrow, I will try to bring out Hagaba, but I also didn't book her, so I don't know if it's going to work. And then Varkos is really good. Like, his damage is really good if you have other Dark Elves, I suppose. If you use other Dark Elves with Varkos in the lineup that you're using for the bosses, perhaps I could see it that way. But other than that, right, so going forward in 3 weeks' time, you know, with the new rotation from the new Echoes of Oz event, who are we going to have access to? Well, you know, we're going to have access to the free login champion probably, and I guess we'll be forced to kind of bring them up, probably, I'm just assuming who it's going to be, and bring them up ASAP, and I guess try to get some forged materials for the relics, and I guess that's about it, right? And then pray that your RNG is decent. Is it a good event? Is it a good piece? Is it good content? I think that I would prefer them to see something change with the accessory drops. That would just be me. I'm okay with how things are with the relics. Again, that's also just me. But I know that there's a lot of people that are unhappy with this because they made a big deal about this, though there wasn't actually a lot of lead up before they dropped this on us. So I'll take it for what it is. And maybe the next time that they'll improve on this, they'll bring it back with some better rewards. But that's what I can hope for anyways. I would be curious what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to remind people that, of course, you can use the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get King Galkabar absolutely free, Venom H. Tagor, and Farrakhan the Fat as well. Don't forget about Pelops the Victor from the Argonauts faction. All you got to do is use the promo code SUPERVICTORY within the first 48 hours of a brand new account. That's it for me, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.